Hey guys, welcome to The Untidy Artist. Today I'll be showing you how to make a t-shirt headband. First off, you'll need a glue gun and an old t-shirt, some sharp scissors, a ruler, and that's it. Let's get started. The first step, we're going to cut off part of our t-shirt here, so just the very bottom where the seam is. I found that by folding the t-shirt in half before you cut, it makes it a lot easier. Once you've cut off the seam, you're going to cut strips out of the t-shirt that are about 1 inch wide. So we still have it folded in half, and we're simply cutting strips from the bottom of the t-shirt. You'll need a total of 6 1-inch strips, and then you're going to pull your strips. So grab each one and just pull and stretch the t-shirt, and this will make the fabric curl a little bit. And just stretch it out as much as you possibly can. And once you have all 6 stretched out, make sure they're all even. You should have 6 big loops of the fabric, and just take your scissors and cut one of the ends of the loop, so now you have 6 long strips. Separate 3 of the strips, and we're going to make a fancy knot. So take the 3 strips, get them even, and make a loop. So just take the fabric and loop it around. And then take your other 3 and you're going to create a U or a horseshoe, an upside down horseshoe, over the 3 pieces that you have made the loop out of. So we have our loop and we have our U that's going right over the top of the loop. Now we're going to take the bottom left-hand side of the loop and we want to pull it up and over the U. The next step is to take the upper right-hand part of the U and we're going to slide it under the entire top of the loop. So just slide the whole thing under the loop. And then take the upper left-hand side of the U and we'll be weaving it through the top part of our headband. So go over the first strand, under the middle strand, and over the outside strand of the loop. So we went over the loop, under the middle part of the loop, and over outside part of the loop. I'm just kind of straightening it out here. Make sure it's tied correctly. Start with the bottom left-hand side and it should loop over, under, over, under, over, under, over, and then under. And if it does, you have the knot tied correctly. Now you're going to slowly tighten your knot by taking one section of the strands at a time and just slowly kind of tugging on it, pulling on it until your knot is tight. I believe this is called a fisherman's knot, although I'm not sure. So if you do know what this knot is called, please feel free to comment below. And this is what it should look like. Now this next step isn't shown. You want to measure around your head the length that you want your headband to be. I measured 19 inches around my head. So now I'm just going to line up my headband, make sure the ends are all even. And I'm just going to trim off the ends so I have exactly 19 inches of the headband. Now at this point, if you want the knot to be right in the middle of the headband, then lay it out and make sure that you're cutting evenly off both ends so that the knot will be right in the middle. I wanted my knot a little off-centered, so I cut more off of one side than the other side. And then just wrap it back around your head and you can see the ends just match up perfectly in the back. Lay the headband back down and we're going to secure the ends. So taking a scrap from what we cut off of the headband, just a stretchy piece of the t-shirt, line up your ends, line some glue along the very end, and then just gently push down one of those little strands. And this will just secure all of the loose ends together, and then just trim off the edge. You'll do that to both sides. And as I go along, I like to check the measurement to make sure that it fits the way I want it. Now cut out a piece of the t-shirt that's about 4 inches by about 3 inches. I'm cutting this from the sleeve. We're going to use this to hold our headband together. So once I have that cut, I give it a little tug so the ends curl in. And I'm going to place it down so that the curled edges are folding up, and I just kind of flatten it down and then line the strip on the end of the headband with some glue and lay it right in the middle of your big strip and just press it down gently and then loop the headband up and around, make sure it's not twisted, and you'll do the same thing on the other side. So line that little strip with some glue. Make sure both of the edges are matched up in the middle perfectly. Now place some more glue on top of the ends right in the middle, and we'll take both edges of our strip and we'll fold them up and around, covering the ends. Trim off the excess fabric as you go, and make sure it's pressed down securely. You can always go back and add more glue to tack it down. And that's it! You have a t-shirt headband. This is possibly the most comfortable headband I've ever worn, and it was made out of a recycled t-shirt. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please post them below. Give this a thumbs up if you liked it. Check out some of my other tutorials, and as always, please subscribe. See you next time!